This old guy DIY video is about how to diagnose some issues with a treadmill. So in this case, this is a Sunny Fitness treadmill from Amazon. I think it was like 300 or 400 bucks. I bought it probably 3 years ago, and it worked great up until about 3 months ago. And then what I noticed is that while walking on it, it was squeaking and hesitating. And sometimes when I was running, if I planted one foot, it would stall the whole machine, which was very sketchy because it felt like I was going to lose balance. And what I found is I had to search really deep in the internet to come up with this fix. So everyone, as soon as you Google this issue, everyone is going to say, your belt is loose, you just have to come back here and tighten it. It's important that you understand what the proper tension is for the belt so you don't over tighten it, because I just followed what was on the internet, over tightened it to heck, may have damaged it worse than it was, and it didn't fix my problem. So there are actually 3 things that it can be, and people are right that the tension there is the easiest. But if it's not the tension, there are 2 other things that you can check. So the first thing, to check the tension, all you have to do is grab right here, and you want to be able to get your hand about halfway through. I've got a watch, so it stopped, but about halfway through. And that'll tell you if your tension is right. The next thing that you can do is lubricant. So they have different lubricants. Just go to Amazon, type in Treadmill Lubricant, and you just pull up here and shoot some lubricant under there, which I had already done several times, and neither of those fixed it. And also, I got all this black stuff shaving off. I assumed it was from a belt, didn't know or didn't care enough. Just figured maybe it's old, that's what happens. But what it ultimately ended up being is this drive motor up here. So I guess over time it gets loose or whatever, but that was the thing that I had to search all over to find. Super easy fix once I knew what it was, and I'll show you guys. First, I'll show you what the treadmill is like beforehand, if I can. It's kind of sketchy. I don't want to get hurt while I'm demonstrating, but hopefully you'll be able to see. So it's just hesitating, squeaking. It's not good. Feels dangerous, probably is dangerous. For this specific model, these were the only tools I needed. So this is a tool that came with the treadmill, and this is also how you adjust the belt on the back. And then all you have to do to get to this drive motor is these 4 bolts here, and then that one at the back to tighten. So you loosen these 4, and then you just crank on that one to tighten it. And unfortunately this one wasn't long enough right here, it was rubbing, so I had to put it upright, and then that's what I had to use the grips for, is to be able to turn it. Allegedly, you want to only be able to turn this drive belt about 90 degrees by hand. If you look, it's pretty easy here. So what I'll do is go ahead and tighten that bolt at the back until it adds some resistance, tighten it all back up, and then you'll see how nice and smooth the treadmill is afterwards. Now that I've tightened it, you can see there's much more resistance in there. So now that I've tightened that drive motor belt, I'll show you what it's like. And now it is just completely buttery smooth, so there's no slipping, stopping, stuttering, no more squeaking. This thing operates like it's brand new. So hopefully this video helped you to understand the 3 most common problems with a treadmill, which are: number 1, your belt not being lubricated; number 2, your belt not being tightened; and then finally number 3, which was the magic one here, and the one that I had to search all over the internet to find. Super easy fix, but evidently no one wants to get into it, and that is your drive motor belt.